What's up, guys? I am bringing you the Warhammer Hall normal tutorial. We've already made our way up here, cleared all that trash out. I do recommend using markers for this. Your ranged and healers should be somewhere around this general area, and your tanks should be right about here with their backs against this platform there. You'll see why whenever the boss does a knockback phase. You'll see that the tanks don't get thrown, which definitely helps. We're going to go ahead and initiate a ready check. As the fight goes, I'll break it down and tell you guys. I do recommend Iron Will for this. But I also recommend watching this entire video to get the entire feed instead of me explaining it prior to. I will show you guys exactly how to run it if you guys just stick around. Alright, tanks pull, bring here. You've got the cone in the front, and he's also going to do a cone behind, which is a tail swipe. The cone in front doesn't do a ton of damage. The tail swipe will definitely hurt. So that's the reason that we have all DPS. As you see, we're all stacked on one side of the boss. Makes it really easy. But there you go, you got that crushing stomp. Crushing stomp will actually throw your tanks around the map if you're not, backed into a wall. Definitely recommend backing your tanks into a wall. As you saw there, okay, so he got a burrow. Burrow targets the furthest person away from him. I tried to get away from him faster, I was too slow for it. So now that he went over there, anytime your boss goes towards your raid group, you have to have your tanks back up through here and pull him back to the side to where he's repositioned correctly. You want to over-exaggerate where you're standing because you do have to circle him into place. Alright, 75%, the boss will be running to the center. Everybody needs to be stacking on green. Just stay tight on green. Heals, it's literally just a healing game through this. DPS won't mean nothing on the actual boss now. Right before this channel is over, I do recommend that your tanks step out and go back over towards their area so that and a healer follows, because that's going to allow the boss to instantly reposition itself, and you're not going to have to try and swing it back into place and stuff like that. It's just so much easier. As you see right there, we've got both Grumner and Salty walking over. And there you go, boss comes directly back. When the boss does burrow at about 60%, and I do say about because it fluctuates a lot depending on your DPS, it can be 65 or it can be like 58, 55, something like that. So at about 60%, the boss will burrow one more time. When the boss burrows this time, though, it will spawn 4 scorpions. If these scorpions reach your raid group, they can and will kill people, especially if more than one hits you in succession. So I do not recommend, there you go, burrow on me, which will allow the boss to actually reset itself directly back to the raid group, to the tanks, which makes it so much easier on them. Alright, the boss just yelled, meaning that scorpions are spawned, as you see right there. However, you guys sadly will not get to see what it looks like when a scorpion explodes in the group. We are on top of the DPS there. Another thing I want to talk about is if you see right there on Salty, the stacks is 12. She has 12 on her name. You don't want the stacks to tend to go above, I want to say you don't want them to go above 10. 11, 12 are okay, but you definitely don't want to push a ton of stacks. And that is simply because of the aspect of it will kill your tanks extremely fast. There's no healing through that. Bards are definitely overpowered in this raid just because we have those massive AoE heals. So for this, zone, it's an amazing go. Alright, so as you saw there, we pulled Surcat off to the right. Basta was on his own over here. You have to separate the two twins. If you do not separate the twins, they will in turn be immune to most damage, and it will be impossible to kill the guys. Alright, so as you see right there, Gromner was already back in position. Everybody here should be cheating towards the middle, as we call it. Right after the 50% thing, the boss will cast a spell called Dirty Venom. There you go. Dirty Venom as I speak. Dirty Venom is a spell that does more damage to you the closer you are to the boss. Alright, so typically our tanks, we want our tanks to run over there towards the blue. This is a new tank, so she is trying to get her stuff together. She's not entirely sure on things, which is completely fine. There are no issues with that. As you see that we have already, completely reset the boss and got it back where we need it. The biggest thing is that you don't freak out whenever something like that happens, guys. I do recommend getting this tank all the way back up against that wall. It will cause massive help if you get it all the way against that wall, because you will end up finding, okay, there you go, you got spiders exploding. Dirty Venom is cast. Boom. We're gonna lose some people here. No, we are not. We lost one. She'll res here in a second. Alright. So you're going to want to do the markers one more time for the ads on this side, because it will be spawning ads again at 25%. So boom, boom. Literally that simple. Your DPS may not be the same as ours, but just be willing to move it, over a little bit further than what that was. Alright, now we just take this one back over here. Typically you try and meet them in the middle, because it makes it easier on all your DPS. Iron Will is the military skill you want to use here because of this right here. Iron Will through it, doesn't throw you back, allows, especially for your healers, it will allow your healers to continue to heal and to keep everybody alive through that section. Tanks need to take all the way back over to where they were previously at. A Dirty Venom will be popping off really fast after that. Dirty Venom, everybody should be running from the boss. And here in a second, the boss should be charging me for a burrow. Oop, nope, there's a stomp and then a burrow, my bad. Alright, there you go. Easiest way I found to do it is every time, if you have a bard, every time that he casts those, rotate your bard's ultis. 2 bards are perfect for this. Just rotate your bard's ultis, and then, you take less damage from those scorpions in case one sneaks in and gets you. Dirty Venom will be spawning very fast right here when he hits about the 10% area and lower. He will tend to double stack a Dirty Venom, so it'll be Dirty Venom, he'll do one thing, and then it'll be a Dirty Venom right on top of it. Sometimes he won't space it out at all, it'll just be Dirty Venom, he'll move a little bit, Dirty Venom again. So you guys just gotta pay attention. There you go. Boss is down, quick and easy. The biggest point is just making sure that your tanks separate the bosses. Or separate the two ads. That's about it. All my guys are celebrating, of course, because they're crazy. Let's see, what all did we get? We got some decent gear. We've been running these constantly this week, so our gear is kind of off the drop rates. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or just want to know something about this raid, just please tag it down in the comments. Hit me up on Discord. Let me know. Thanks.